Welcome to Uncensored Conservatism. This is episode number 154, Project 2025. What's in it? And we're going to do chapter 15 today. Chapter 15 of Project 2025 is about housing and urban development and was written by Dr. Ben Carson. Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, administers a host of programs to support access to affordable housing. It's supposed to help with the homeless, oversees public housing. It was formed in 1965 and it has a budget of about $72 billion. The Office of Public and Indian Housing obviously affects public housing and tenant assistance, as well as native tribe housing. Tenant-based rental assistance, or Section 8 housing, is the department's largest discretionary expenditure. The Federal Housing Administration, or FHA, handles project-based rental assistance, housing for the elderly, multifamily units, and housing for the disabled. The Government National Mortgage Association, or Ginnie Mae, oversees a portfolio of $12 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities, usually through the VA or the Rural Housing Authority under the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Carson argues that the HUD Secretary should become a member of the Committee for Foreign Investment in the United States, or CFIUS, to thwart Chinese designs on acquiring real estate in the country. This is becoming a problem. Since there are trillions worth of real estate secured through HUD's portfolio, this nitwit established within HUD something called Property Appraisal and Valuation Equity, another example of race intruding on an area it should not, so it needs to end. Any budget item related to climate change should be eliminated. HUD's mandate is to provide housing for Americans in need. That means American citizens. No program should support the housing of illegal immigrants. The department should likewise advance a pro-family agenda with work requirements and address the mental health and drug abuse issues associated with homeless people before we house them. A lot of money is spent on outside research on housing in the country when the Census Bureau or even HUD itself should be doing this. Too often, these outside researchers have an agenda having nothing to do with housing, like finding housing for illegal immigrants. Carson suggests that mortgage insurance should be increased for all mortgages that are less than 20 years, and that current restrictions against mortgage insurance for single-family homes be rescinded for first-time home buyers. It also calls for revising loan limits and allow for quicker and earlier amortization. HUD needs to rethink regulations regarding work requirements for able-bodied people to access any assistance program, and place limits on assistance and have flexibility in decreasing assistance as the situation changes. Now, when it comes to the states, HUD should get out of the way and stop preempting local and land use and zoning ordinances. Tax credits for the renovation of existing single-family home stock should be considered. HUD has a noble goal, affordable housing and achieving the American dream, but it has strayed from its original mission. Carson suggests that loan guarantee programs be moved to the Small Business Administration and Indian housing be moved to the Interior Department, and that rental assistance and mortgage insurance to a redesignated Housing and Home Finance Agency. This will be necessary to downsize the department, and maybe, just maybe, they can then concentrate on the homeless problem in this country, which is actually a national disgrace. And worse, in some states, yeah, that's California, than in others. And that's it for today. Have a great one and a more pleasant tomorrow. Not much to see here, folks.